everybody, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou and I am in Ames. I am at Childserve. So you know, if we're at Childserve, you know Dr. Terry Walling is going to be with us, the CEO of Childserve. Also, Kate Reynolds, the director of Childserve of Ames, and Saul Hammond, who is a parent of a child who utilizes the service of Childserve. Tell us about your son and how he got to Childserve.
Sure. My son Hobie was diagnosed with autism at 18 months, and that was at Blank Children's Hospital in Des Moines. At that point in time, the staff at Blank advised us to get him enrolled or participate in an autism therapy program. We searched for different providers in central Iowa and found out that Childserve was the best fit for us. So he has been receiving services for a little over 2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what does he do when he comes?
He receives a variety of different types of therapy, ranging from speech therapy, occupational therapy, as well as recently started ABA therapy.
Is there anything that has surprised you that he has learned while coming here?
He's been willing to experiment more and more with different types of food, so we're very happy with that.
Wow, something that was totally unexpected, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now making life easier at home too, though?
Absolutely, yeah. Childserve does a very good job of having their therapists communicate with us, and we have utilized the strategies that we've learned through the therapy programs here at home, and then they also keep an open line of communication with the staff in his preschool, so everybody's kind of pulling the same direction, and I feel like that makes a big difference.
It sounds like it's incredibly beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kate Reynolds, the director of Childserve in Ames. We heard ABA. Explain what ABA is all about.
So ABA actually stands for Applied Behavioral Analysis, and that is a behavior intervention program that we utilize with children and young adults to focus on skills that they use throughout their everyday life. It really helps them thrive in their home, their schools, and their communities.
What are some of the other areas that you focus on here in the Ames location?
So the Ames location, we provide a whole continuum of care and services for children with special health care needs. We focus in 4 major areas. So we have our pediatric rehabilitation, it's our outpatient therapy services, so occupational, physical, and speech therapy services. We also have our complex care, so for our children that are receiving higher medical needs and a variety of different skills. Our autism services, so we serve children like Hobie every day. We also have our community-based services.
You know, what happens with the community-based services? Because when you mentioned that just now, your eyes kind of lit up a little bit.
You know, that's a great program, a variety of programs that we offer, everything from childcare to our respite and SEL. Respite is that break for families, or SEL working out in the community. It is incredibly important to be able to have that break and that rest for both families and for the children.
And that's all being provided here in Ames.
Yep, that's correct.
Well, and been here for a long time.
You know, we've been here for over 2 decades now. And in the last year, we have served almost 900 children.
Oh my
from
goodness.
over 22 counties.
Really?
We are bigger than you think.
You just took the words out of my mouth. It really is. You're serving a gigantic community, not just Ames proper. Well done.
Thanks.
So Dr. Wallace, people learn that a lot more kids are being served at the Ames location of Childserve than they ever would have thought, but
that's not where we're stopping, because you have some future plans here, don't you?
We're so excited, Lou, to announce a launch of a big capital project, the $6 million campaign to double our Ames facility, which will not only allow us to double the facility, but double the number of children and families served in the next 5 years.
In 5 years, and how are we going to go about accomplishing that task?
You know, we need to expand the facility to serve more and more children, especially through our Ames program focusing on children with autism. As you know, more and more children are being diagnosed with autism. In fact, in this country, 1 in 54 children.
1 in 54?
The diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. There just simply aren't enough providers to provide the specialized care they need.
Wow, and the type of services that we've heard about here today are simply amazing, and you're able to expand all those services in Ames, is that correct?
We really want to create a hub location at our Ames campus. From there, we'll be able to launch into surrounding communities and even extend our reach further to meet the needs in all of Iowa.
And you want to have this project completed within a 5-year period. Is that correct?
We'd like to get this building expanded within 1 year.
Within 1. Okay, but the expansion overall in a 5-year period, that is the ultimate goal?
Yeah, we think we can double the number of children and families we're serving within 5 years.
Within 5 years. That is a heck of a task that's ahead of you. And I think you're going to accomplish that too, knowing the drive that you have now. How can people help if they would like to help get this to where it needs to be?
We encourage people to visit us on our website, www.childserve.org.
Right. What's the one thing that you enjoy the most about being the CEO of Childserve?
I think what's so special about Childserve is we truly embrace the spirit of a child. It is that spirit of curiosity and joy and wonderment, and that motivates us to do our best work every day.
It's very fulfilling, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, you can see the love in your eyes.
I love working at Childserve.
Thank you all for being here.